You know the like old Mike Jones producer tag or rapper tag? Like Mike
Who?
Jones. Mike Jones?
Who?
Yeah, there you go. Yeah, sorry, my bad. Jeez, I can't believe I fell for that. So for some reason in my head right now, I want to get that, like the Mike Jones, but I wanted to say Mark Pope.
Who?
Mark Pope.
Who?
Would that be fire? If we could just pop that on the top of every single Mark Pope video we do.
Back
I
then they didn't
digress.
want me. Now I'm hot. They all come on now.
Mark Pope had his, I think, weekly media appearance yesterday, and there's a bunch of good stuff to take away from it. I think we're doing like, I don't know, three or four Mark Pope videos today. I'm getting a little Mark Pope fatigue, I got to be honest, but let me power through right here. Let me get a little iced coffee in me. Mark Pope was asked about Braydon Hawthorne, arguably my favorite player on this Kentucky team. I love this kid's potential. I loved what I saw when he beat Denzel Aberdeen one on one. I think he could be an absolute sensation one day. Mark Pope agrees with me, and you can read the full write up article of this on KSR, or you can find the video clip thanks to Tristan Ferris at Tristan Uda, who is the founder of Kentucky Insider. It's quite an answer from Mark Pope when asked about Braden Hawthorne. He compared him to Tayshaun Prince. And this was the quote. He said, Braden Hawthorne is a really unique player. Build, body, skill set. There is a whole bunch of Tayshaun Prince in this kid. And I know those are big words, but that's how much he believes in Braden Hawthorne. He also added that he has, quote, insane ankle mobility, whatever that means. But I'd like to fixate on the fact that he just compared a freshman that was not even in the top 100 as little as 3 months ago to one of the greatest Kentucky players pre Calipari era and a longtime NBA star and NBA champion, Tayshaun Prince, one of the more unique players we've ever seen. Do you like comparing Braden Hawthorne to Tayshaun Prince?
I kind of do. And maybe it's me falling victim to the whole build thing. But the one thing I'll say is that Tayshaun was a guy who had elite length and defensive prowess, right? I think it might be set up. This is gonna sound wild because G, like you're the Braden Hawthorne guy on this podcast. I think that might be setting the bar too low for Braden Hawthorne, though. Maybe just given his style of game. Because I don't know. I see Hawthorne as more of a scorer than like a Tayshaun Prince, who I think was a 3 and D guy before 3 and D was a thing, kind of. I just think that Hawthorne has a little bit more offensive upside than Tayshaun ever had. But then again, I will say this hand up, I wasn't watching much Tayshaun at Kentucky.
Yeah, do you know what Tayshaun averaged at Kentucky?
Mm-mm.
He played 4 years. And honestly, his career trajectory, I could see possibly mimicking what an ideal outcome for Braden Hawthorne would be. Played 4 years at Kentucky. Year one, 5 points a game, kind of bench guy, in and out of the starting lineup. Actually played 20 minutes, but really didn't do all that much. Jumper got better and better. He got more efficient, more well rounded. As a junior, he averaged 17 points, 3 assists, 7 rebounds, a steal, and a block a game. Super efficient. One of the best players in the country. As a senior, he came back. The assist numbers dropped. Everything else rose. He averaged 18 points a game. He was an All American as a senior. So
Mm.
I know that was not his game in the NBA. Part of that was where he ended up on. He ended up on that Pistons team where he was a fifth option. I think if young rookie Tayshaun had gone to a different franchise at a different time, maybe we see him more as a scorer than like a Swiss Army knife in between guy. But the comp makes sense. I approve of this comp just visually, stylistically, they make sense. But also, like role wise, if Braden Hawthorne is going to have success at Kentucky, he's kind of going to have to be a Swiss Army knife. Like, I don't think early or even maybe late in his career, we're going to get to a point where it's like clear out ISO Braden Hawthorne time, right? He's going to have to impact the game with his length, with his versatility, and fit in between other 5 star types that Mark Pope is after. And I feel like being able to be adaptable was arguably Tayshaun Prince's biggest strength. So I can see what he's going for here. It's just like, is this a little early to go here? You know, like he just committed. there aren't really any expectations for him. Now there's pretty big expectations on him when you mention Tayshaun Prince. This video is brought to you by NBA 2K Labs or maybe college football labs because the people behind 2K Labs have just built something awesome. CFBLabs.com has everything you need to play college football 26 even better. Cart, you've been playing the game, right?
I have been, but I'm behind the eight ball, Gregory. There's a lot of people out there who got a little bit of edge on me, but the good folks over at 2K Labs got me covered. They got the playbooks I need, the plays, the head-to-head coaches, knowing some teams. Obviously, way too many college football teams. I need the inside edge here, and they got all different types of things to help me get that edge.
Yeah, I jumped in and started playing Road to Glory over the weekend, and I ended up like a two-star recruit that did not get one snap in season one because I chose the wrong school with the wrong roster that was way too loaded. Had I known that CFBLabs.com exists, I would have made a much more wise decision in my Road to Glory mode. They've got teams, playbooks, coaches, team comparison tools. You can literally see every single play in the game, every player in the game, their rating, what they're good at, all in one consolidated place online to help you make the right choices and win more games in college football 26. CFBLabs.com. Go check it out.
You know what he's doing, right?
What's he doing?
How many years did Tayshaun play at Kentucky?
4 years.
I see what you're doing, Marcus Aurelius. I see what you're doing. You're trying to show you are trying to do a little bit of early retention work right now, I think, and paint the picture, paint the vision of what you want his career to look like, and eventually get to the point where he's in the NBA, which I think Braydon Hawthorne has brought up that he would like to be there. Braydon Hawthorne has stated that he's not leaving Kentucky unless it's for the NBA. So I don't know, maybe this is a little bit groundwork retention to what Mark Pope is seeing from Braydon Hawthorne.
Yeah, could be. I think, again, I approve of this comp. Also, it's a reminder that Mark Pope is specially uniquely designed for this job because
Wait, are you going to do the thing?
what thing?
We did a video yesterday, and Coach Cal was comparing Darius Acuff to Derrick Rose and De'Aaron Fox. And on
Yeah.
the other hand, Mark Pope is comparing it to a player who I think is a little bit more comparable than the one that Calipari made the other day.
Yeah, he kind of one upped him. And just like, I don't know. In general, I feel like not saying the Tayshaun thing doesn't make sense for Hawthorne, but like, I don't know. Like if he was talking any shooting guard, like pick a shooting guard, Jasper Johnson, for example. I feel like Mark Pope, rather than be like, oh, Jasper reminds me of, I don't know, name a random NBA shooting guard right now. Most of them went to Kentucky, so that's hard to do. I feel like Mark Pope would just be like, oh, he's got a lot of Jody Meeks in his game.
Yeah, I thought there's so much Rodney Hood and Jasper Johnson.
No, like he's gonna go back to the
Wait, Rodney Hood?
Kentucky
No,
way.
Rodney Hood went to
Yeah.
Duke.
Rodney Hood
My
was at
fault.
Duke and Mississippi State. Yeah, you just
Yeah, my
totally
fault. That's on
botched
me.
what I was going for. Damn it.
I'm trying to think of like a random like Kentucky player that like he would compare Jasper to.
Like, yeah, Travis Perry had a lot of Rajon Rondo in him when he committed. Like,
Just name it like random, just like Kentucky. You know what? There's so much Kyle Wiltshire in
yeah.
Andre Yelovich's game.
Mohamed Diabate really is going to be our Patrick Patterson this year. And it's just like these players are probably like, why can't you compare me to someone else? Like, not that Tayshaun's not great, but he's just going deep in his Kentucky bag at all times, you know?
Yeah, I respect it. It's about the name on the front.
Is there any world where this backfires? Because again, the only thing that like kind of is just eating at me in the back when he does this is this. It's putting a lot of expectations on a kid that came in with none. And I think part of the beauty of Braydon Hawthorne's story up until this point was that he's come from nothing, come from nowhere with no expectation, right? That's the
Mm.
surprise element of like, oh my God, this kid's just so much better than anyone realized. Now, when your head coach is calling you Tayshaun Prince 2.0, when you're the 12th guy on a team before you ever suit up, you're kind of losing the charm of having no expectation now. Like if he has a Travis Perry-esque first year, but Mark Pope's calling him Tayshaun Prince, it's kind of setting the kid up for like, are you ever going to live up to it, kid? You know what I'm saying? Or am I stretching this?
No, you're probably right. I was honestly trying to see like was Tayshaun Prince like a because I know he was a McDonald's All-American and I know it was a long time ago, so I don't know how recruiting services necessarily worked. But like he was like expected to be honestly, they were probably surprised they got 4 years of Tayshaun. Like he was this 6'9", like McDonald's All-American, does it all, like Mr. California for whatever, like Cali Player of the Year. Um, but I don't know. I think you can you can still say there's no expectations for him, but still like I guess put this on him because if it doesn't work out, then you just go back to the original thing years, which was yeah, I mean, we didn't know how long it would take with him.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. I will add this, even if I'm kind of like, yeah, I don't know if it's the best idea to put this type of expectation on him. It means something to me that he is, because Mark Pope is really smart. And I don't think Mark Pope would go on record comparing a player to a program great unless he truly saw something there. Like, respectfully, I don't think we're going to hear Mark Pope come in and say Cam Williams or Mo Diabate or Denzel Aberdeen remind him of Kentucky greats. I don't think he's seeing that right now.
Just wait on it.
But Braden Hawthorne, I think he sees something on.
Just wait on it.